Guys, very good morning. I hope or I think you are all fine now, and I am expecting your wellness forever. Then I am using this time to apologizing or sorry for all for my late uploading of this video. Because I have such reasons behind this late submission. Okay, let's begin our topic. Mainly I am making this video for discussing about the very popular person Cheryl Gladfelty and which are her contribution and how she related to the very term environmental imagination. So let's check. It's indeed it's better to make an awareness regarding eco-criticism. The very term eco-criticism before discussing our very topic, the environmental imagination and Cheryl Gladfelty. So let's move into eco-criticism. Firstly, eco-criticism is the study of literature and environment from an interdisciplinary point of view where all sciences come together to analyze the environment and brainstorm possible solutions for the correction of the contemporary environmental situations. Eco-criticism was officially heralded by the publication of two seminal works, both published in the middle of 1990s. The Eco-criticism Reader, one of the book, edited by Cheryl Gladfelty and Harold Fromm, and the Environmental Imagination, another publication by Lawrence Boyle. Eco-criticism investigates the relation between humans and natural world in literature. It deals with how environmental issues, cultural issues concerning the environment and attitudes towards nature are presented and analyzed. One of the main goals in eco-criticism is to study. What study? The study how individuals in society behave and react in relation to nature and ecological aspects. This form of criticism has gained a lot of attention during recent years due to higher social emphasis on environmental destruction and increased technology. We know. If we say in a short, Lawrence Boyle's The Environmental Imagination is among the first ambitious and comprehensive attempts to define eco-criticism and establish its central issues and the mainstream of its tradition, at least for Lawrence, in America. In that respect, it resembles some of the seminal works in women's studies as a book that both argues for the legitimacy of its subject and reveals how it has a history, a solid tradition that parallels the one long since established in the mainstream genres. The environmental imaginations, the very work, will play a central role in establishing literary eco-criticism as a major field and will assume a place as one of that field's canonical text. Its argument will rightly be acknowledged in all serious treatment of American nature writing from this point forward. Then let's check Cheryl Gladfelty. Cheryl Gladfelty is a professor of literature and the environment at the University of Nevada. She is the editor of Literary Nevada, writings from the Silver State, and a coordinator of the Bioregional Imagination, Literature, Ecology and Place. She is a founding officer of the Association for the study of literature and environment. We can say in a short as ASLE. After a 30 years career at the University of Nevada, she is retiring. For what? To celebrate her contribution to the field of literature and environment and also to ASLE. Digital Strategies Coordinator Tova Fleming spoke with her about her career, her inspirations, and her aspirations for retirement. Then, if we stare at her childhood days, we can see a bright, colorful, or the clear picture of love towards nature. One of her interview, she shares about her experience during her childhood days with her traditional neighbors. At that time, she almost engaged in the backpack trips and other natural programs. Then we can say as conclusively, it is a study or research. How nature and natural aspects involve or influence our literature. Especially we can see in the Romantic era. The writers or literary persons of that particular era emphasize the nature and the natural aspects through their literary works. We can see if we check the William Wordsworth and the Coleridge's works. So, eco-criticism or environmental imaginations is promoting that kind of research study. Thank you.